Hey, so this is a bit of an experiment. I'm going to be doing a sort of a narration of the process that I use to create the image that you see in the thumbnail. So first of all, I'm starting off with the symmetry tool, and that's available in Photoshop's brush setting. A keyboard shortcut that I recommend for quickly making copies of something is Command J. You can duplicate a layer or you can duplicate a selection. It's incredibly useful. And this is how I use the duplicate to basically make a 3D version of an object. I'll take an outline, make a copy of it, scale it down, and place it, either towards the back or in front, depending upon what I'm trying to do with it, to give it that same dimension. It's a simple but effective technique to quickly draw volumetric objects. So here I'm just adding some stippling and some other details. I have a reference for the sarcophagus on a secondary screen, and that's what I'm using to inform the shadow and texture situation here. Pinterest can be your friend. Knowing your keyboard shortcuts is, I think, super helpful, especially as you start to get more familiar with the tools. Here I'm using the symmetry tool again. This time I'm going to choose the dual axis symmetry tool so that I can create hieroglyphics. I'm basically drawing these on a brand new layer. And you can see that when I draw one side, it is actually drawing 3 additional copies, which is pretty cool. Uh, I think the symmetry tool is probably one of the most underrated tools in Photoshop's, arsenal. And it's very, very handy in a lot of things that I work on. So I didn't look at actual references. I just basically came up with my own version of these hieroglyphics. Now I'm making a copy of this layer because I'm going to use the vanishing point tool in Photoshop to take the copy of the hieroglyphics and align it so that it fits the interior wall of the sarcophagus. So that's what I'm doing right now. To use the vanishing point tool, you have to click to make a grid. Then you paste your object, in this case, the hieroglyphics, into that grid. After the fact here, I'm just using the transform warp tool to kind of clean it up. And then I'll get rid of the straight bits using the magic wand tool, and hitting Command X. I've got that secondary copy of the hieroglyphics. What I'm going to do here is just basically make the background, the wall. So I'm using the transform, um, playing with things like rotation, scale. If you're getting any value out of this video, you find this format appeal or not, let me know in the comments below. Not really sure how it's going to work. It's a grand experiment, but we'll see how it goes. Everything I draw is on a separate layer. If you hold down the Shift key with the brush tool, you can make a straight line. You should also practice using your entire arm to do the same thing. Here I'm providing some texture information, trying to convey the idea that this is actually made of some stone. And I'm just freehanding those stone blocks. So here I'm making one edge of another item that's in this tomb. I'm duplicating it and then hiding that layer or dropping the opacity of that layer. And basically I use it to create a scaffold, like a bridge between the left edge and the right edge of this box. I'll use the different lasso tools to clean up the bits that I don't want you to see. So details are coming in now. I don't take this to full color. I take it to color flats, and then I do some post-processing stuff. So the reveal that you see at the end of this video contains a few extra steps that I did not include in this particular video. I wanted to really show the techniques for drawing these elements in, not so much about coloring, although I do cover a little bit of how I do my color flats. Poly lasso tool here, I'm making a selection to basically obscure or add some, hard shadows or shading. Kind of gives it a little bit more of a spooky, mysterious feel to it. A little bit of hatching. Here I'm trying to think of what I want to add. Now I'm actually adding some colors. I've started with a blank layer, filled it with yellow using Option Delete. And that yellow layer that you see in the example below is called my base layer. So I'm always making a selection on that base layer, hitting Command J and Command U. Command J basically pops that selection up to its own layer. Command U adjusts the color. And it's a very quick way to color things. I use this technique all the time. It's fantastic. If you want to know more information about any of the tips that I'm covering in this video, check out the backlog of videos that I have on my channel where I go into these techniques in much, much greater depth. This is merely to show you an overview of how I'm implementing or using all the techniques in an actual illustration. So here I'm adding just a little bit of a sense of a kind of a mummy's wrap. I started with one attempt, then I restarted, duplicating one line, making a copy, and then just adding some black shadows. This gives it a little bit of a narrative component, makes it look a little bit more interesting. It also creates a leading line towards the sarcophagus. So from a compositional standpoint, it's going to be stronger by adding that in. And here's the review. So if you found some value in this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think of this format. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.